Fnatic have $0 in the bank. G2 have around 4 to 5k in one last couple of rounds. So no one's really incredibly secured in the economy, and we're getting late into this second half as well. So these are going to be key rounds moving forward. The people all around, the team with the best chance. I think just playing out a default, G2 playing more or less the same setups we're seeing time and time again from them. Giving shots that middle spot, which is one of the hardest spots to play because you've got to do very bad information, you've got to communicate well with your team. And G2 might be thinking at some point to go for an aggression into upper dark to get some information. Body is very close to the tunnels. And if it's Fnatic, what can they find in middle?
That smoke that much faster, look over towards the edge, some shots getting traded. Got information before his team, and now he can direct the rest of the pieces here on the CT side. We're still looking at the area, so he wants Master over towards B as well. Fnatic could still go either way. They don't have anybody around the doors or a short position at present though, indeed. Look over the RPK, going to hold him down. He's a headshot machine as well as Screw. Smith coming in for support as well, flashing for a teammate. He's going to take that flusher. So the push running out of personnel for Fnatic. Smith is back over towards the car position. Flash by another fight stomach. Can they take him down? He can always reposition there toward the car position. JW trying to do what he can now. We've got RPK coming in for support. Going for a desperate plant, worst case scenario gets ticked up by JW. Now how much damage can he do for his side? Running up bullets here, that's going to allow the CT to come in. We've got 4 now versus 1. JW with 2 fast frags. Smith is back as well, and he's going to get taken down. There's one more to fight. JW's on 1 HP, going for the relay, but Bonnie doesn't punish his gear. He's pretty close, and he will take the round for his team. 12 to 11 now. G2 closing the gap.
That was very worrying, wasn't it? JW almost just getting the full flash there. And it's really cool because G2's economy was really at risk about running up a full rebuy. This gives Fnatic on their next buy a real solid chance to get the ecos running again in for G2, which is really important, having that pressure situation. I can't believe we got this far. Well, either way, it's going to be a one round. It's the difference between these two teams' decision to make, because they have $3,700 on 4 players, only $5,000 on 1, so it's not really enough to go for the buy just yet.
Alright, so we're going to introduce a new feature during this tactical course called Rank Count. So, try to pick a player from the crowd and see how good you are at Counter-Strike. It's coming in closer, but where is it going? So, this hairy trap. Let's see what your rank is, sir. Oh, golden over. Golden over.
Not even the badge yet, it's not even the police badge.
He's almost as bad as you then.
Wow.
Well, sir, may the road to a legendary eagle be a great one. Now, Fnatic are in a very difficult position because a lot of their players could only, if they went to buy here, they could only buy pretty much an AK, armor, and no nades. They've got the pistols and the grenades. They've gone for a potential to execute 2 smokes and tons of flashbangs. What are you expecting there?
Well, it's always very possible to win rounds like this, but because there's no smokes, I won't expect the A set piece to use smokes for that. Honestly, you need smokes for everything, James. They don't have any smokes. Well, it might not matter. Scream is going to be removing the ability to make decisions out of their hands by just cracking all of them. So, shots holding down the inside, just like that, just running and going all over the place. I can see very coordinated from the Swedish side. Bit of a strange round there. They get no smokes.
They bought like 10 flashbangs and that 2 smokes and just run out of dots.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's unfortunate for them, but here we go. 12 to 12 now. G2 finally evening the score, and the black comes back out here for Fnatic. The AKs and the nades hopefully receive better use of the nades in this round. No AWP for JW. Smiths will be the sole sniper for this round.
So, it's actually not the default we're used to seeing here, because we've got 3 towards B right now for G2. So G2 mixing things up a little bit. Perhaps expecting a change of pace from G2 Shocks, who's usually going to be that man in middle. He's actually at the guard position towards Khan here, because Smith, who usually has the AWP, as we can see, is in the middle with that AWP. So that's the big change here in setup from G2. Now, will this catch Fnatic off guard? They have been clearing that middle a lot, and this trying to time a shot there is not going to be good this time around, as Catwalk is taken over by Fnatic. And we have the more usual positions taken up by G2. Smith back towards Carwell, where he's become quite a tournament.
Oh, look, they're putting the rotation away. Instead, trying to get Smith to go towards long. Because there was a lot of smoke there, but he is staying towards the competition for now. Takes down Dennis, but we've got players on the side here for Fnatic, so they've crossed the Red Sea down. 2 players on the side now. They've got the ball down, and they've still got lurkers towards long. Strong positions, though. More strong positions. Crims has control of short, and they get that flag towards long. Still 2 CTs there. They're trying to play the cover this retake. Frags coming in very quickly though. 3 versus 2 now. Frosh has more work to do here on the side, but he can't do much more. And Crims is the last man standing now. He's got no names to try and do damage to that bomb. And they're going to force his position through the smoke. The weak shield coming in, and they will do the job. G2 take the lead.
Yeah, that's really much retake there from G2. Of course, they had a lot of patience going into that one, and they read it pretty well, and they did the kind of usual thing where it's like, okay, we recognize that we have to kind of give up the bomb site, and then they go into long, and then they can get that really solid 4-player retake, 2 from long, 2 from cow, and it works out really nicely for them. And the really key thing there was the JW. He wasn't able to get any damage from the flank, and that's something else that you're allowed, that you can allow for when you have 2 players on long like that. You can deal with the flank much more easily. So G2 really playing some very good CS here on Dust 2, and they've got 3 players towards Dark. They want to push it here. We haven't seen much aggression from G2 almost ever. This is one of the first rounds we see that. Smith goes in, can he make it work? No! Oliver's it's the headshot, they're expecting it. And there's still more work to be done here. Oliver's to see the second player. Well, that's right. Will that kind of sell that maybe there's only 1 player there? Because that's what G2 want. They want Fnatic to push into their 2-man setup. But they're not going to do it. Fnatic is smarter than that. They're going to take the 1-man advantage and the time they have on the clock.
Well, shots go down in the middle area, and this looks like a good round for Fnatic coming. CT'd out of position towards A, and might be difficult for them to get anything else done in this round. The one is not spectacular at the moment. It's an important frag by RPK, but they're going to need more, otherwise they might have to choose to save them. Well, there we go. Screen getting another headshot now to 3 versus 3, and they've got all the time on the clock smoked out from CT. They can try and go for a short 1 player there in JW. It's not easy to get these frags if somebody jumps onto Xbox. They can start straight away. So we will see. There's still a bit of time. He's got to play there. He's going to retreat. He knows how difficult that position is. He'll take a shot. Coming in there. Ungoes. So now he's down. Taking 3. On the to 3. Headshots. Only 5 to 1. G2 with a very strong retake in an unlucky situation.
Yeah, the bomb did go down. That's going to be a help for the money of Fnatic, but this is starting to get really bad. They actually have the max loss bonus of $3,400, and with the bomb going down, that's going to be $4,200 for that round. So they can buy in this spot. But G2 are getting very close now. They're 2 away from eliminating Fnatic and denying all those people that want to see Fnatic in the finals against Velocity.
That was a 5 versus 3. And they survived with 2 players. They lost 1 player on the 5 versus 3 versus 5 retake. That is massively.
We'll go back to mess around with it, and I mean, right now, the play that they're looking at is just a straight up A split right now, but only 1 player on A long. So Smith should have a lot of cover here. Oh, he gets 2 1 shots. Smith, such a good result. And G2 3 versus 3 now as we get some trades coming back in for Fnatic. Shops, you can see he's holding down the leg pace with one elevator, waiting for his teammates to come in before he makes a move.
Yeah, he knows short should be clear for his teammates. They're both coming in from there, so we'll see how shots can play with these players. There's 1 flash here. You can see people getting a go around. Now goes there. There's trades though from JW. That flash, that 1 flash that the CTs have is gone now. And shots can actually see the little area. Scream with the headshot. That is a big frag. Crims responds with the orb. Scream at 20 HP. There is a bomb castle. Is he going to be able to do this? I think he might be for double stack there. Crims reaches up the platform. Try to take it. Scream with the headshot. Brings it a match point for G2.
They talk about his one chance, and that is why, against your long range, he's able to make the clutch work. Scream has been absolutely amazing in this tournament so far. He is 26 for 16 right now. He's got fragging for his team. He is doing more than pulling his weight at the moment. Now, Fnatic up against it, but they do have a fight at the very least, and they can get all the AKs, all the names. They can't quite afford to have an AWP unless they were to sacrifice Kevlar or some grenades as well. And G2, all they have to do is win one more. And I think, not really looking at a default here straight away, they're actually all towards tunnels at the moment. So usually either because the team can push tunnels quickly or because they're expecting a push from the CT tunnel. But they're going to walk in. Off gets the very key entry frag. Scream now, already his head. But his head will be shot straight off by Fnatic's Olivermeister. And now G2 have to go for a 3 versus 5 retake.
Yeah, he's in an interesting situation here, so let's see what it goes for. Shots is in the middle of the fight. What is going on here? Trojan Hot going to get taken down on the trade, but there's only a one-man advantage here. That said, the rest of the CTs seem to be going for a more conservative option. They're trying to hold on to what they have, so maybe they can mount an offense in the next round as well. Shots taking again when they're close to the site, and he's done good damage to these Ts as well, so at least there's that 13 to 15 coming short. Look at those rounds in a row there. 7 rounds, 8 rounds in a row, if I'm not mistaken. It's 8 rounds in a row there. We see lots of plants coming in for Fnatic as well, but G2 have been superb on the retakes, but not this time.
Yeah, that's really amazing as well, because it can be very difficult on a map like Dust 2 to be able to be so successful. With the retakes, there's a lot of conditions that you need to get, and if G2 are so good at doing that, you have players like Shox who are very patient and when they have very poor positions, and they're also very cognizant of knowing when to give up space to strengthen the retake instead of fighting too hard for a site when they have too many disadvantages. And these very concepts in Counter-Strike, G2 have really been nailing, and that's so beautiful to watch. Beautiful Counter-Strike from them, and now it's going to be a pretty strong fight. We've got 2 AWs for them. And right now, Fnatic is long take, and to defend that, we've got RPK and Smiths to stand at 10.
Only one person towards speed for Fnatic at the moment. Again, G2 finding their time, not going to be overly aggressive in a very critical situation for both teams. These double snipers, see the warning shots being fired by Body, making sure nobody's creeping onto the site through that smoke. Can be very dangerous with pop flashes as well. RPK playing close to the smoke.
That they're attacking long. That's kind of the problem there, because they might not get long straight away, that might take another 10-15 seconds, and all of a sudden,